Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're doing a reading to check in with your guides and whatever messages they might have for you right now. I'm gonna get one of these cards. It's the, oh, that kind of like looks the same, that imagery. Looks like two people, so maybe this is about a relationship. Just based on that, but we're gonna get the message from your guides to see what you need to hear right now. And we're gonna have this Journey of Love card. I'm gonna read it from the book to sort of set the tone for the reading. Okay, so what does Aries most need to hear right now? Aries spirit guides, please come on down. Tell us what Aries needs to most hear right now. Okay. So we have knowing without knowing, and then the choice here. So it seems like there is some sort of choice here where maybe you have a sort of inner sense about, I might read both of these cards, where it's sort of like, maybe there's like a more logical choice you feel you have to make, but like your inner knowing is sort of like pulling you in a different direction and you're kind of caught between that. There's some sort of push-pull, not sure what to do here. Let me grab some of these. Oh, 7th house relationships. Yeah, I was kind of picking that up. This is Aquarius. And this, what is this? Jupiter? I think it might be Jupiter. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay. Oh, where to go? This one. Jupiter? Wait, that's Jupiter. I believe that is Jupiter. So Jupiter and Aquarius in the 7th house. Okay, so I feel like you could be in some sort of like unconventional relationship with the Aquarius. It's almost like a little like out there, a little bit like maybe other people don't understand it. It could be like some sort of spiritual connection, but it doesn't even have to be that. Like with Aquarius, I think about humanitarian things. It could be somebody that's like, maybe like other people would like look down on for some reason. There could be like an age difference, a cultural difference, something like that, where you feel like other people are just going to judge it and not really understand it. So there could be like an issue of that, where that's where that whole like logical choice things comes in versus like what you like feel in your heart. So let's see what this card actually says. It's also a number 41 if you're into numerology, which reduces to a 5. So there could be, this could be like a, you could be at like a turning point where there's like some big change or something coming. Yeah, the choice too. The choice is a number that's a 62, which reduces to an 8. So let's see, knowing without knowing. Sometimes the heart knows in a way that the concrete mind and memory cannot. We feel something that we cannot quite express. Perhaps others are quick to dismiss it as meaningless whimsy or irrationality, yet that feeling beyond the mind's capacity to fully perceive is the ancient truth of your greater self reaching through time and space to connect with you. Like a phone line extending from a more ancient place in the world, you can hear it crackle, perhaps not the clearest reception, yet you can also sense the love traveling along the telephone line. The things that you feel and that do not appear to make sense are the things to trust most now. You are being guided by a force far greater than your own mind. An ancient divine brilliance is reaching to you, communicating with you. You may not hear or understand it with clarity as yet, but you can feel it. Trust what you feel. This oracle speaks to you of the opening up of your higher mind, of the part of your intelligence that can dialogue directly with the forces of divine guidance and creation. These forces use symbols, abstract communication through dreams and visions, through impulses that circumvent your conscious mind and have words streaming out of your mouth or flowing through your mind that you have not created of your own volition. Someone speaks to you and you respond with words that you feel you are hearing for the first time as they pour out of your mouth. Whose words are these, you wonder? It is your ancient self that speaks. Trust the strange and mysterious at this time. It is another way, an ancient way of wisdom that you are tapping into now. Enjoy this new sacred connection unfolding. This oracle is also confirmation that you have relationships around you now and continuing to come to you, see relationships that are from times long past, karmic connections that will take you further on your journey of love. So I feel like whatever relationships this is referring to here when I see karmic, it doesn't, I know like sometimes like, especially in like the tarot community, it's like twin flame or soulmate and karmic, like karmic are the bad ones, like, you know, or it's like a way of saying like, this isn't your twin flame. So if you feel like this is, like whatever, like I'm talking about, like, oh, I thought that was my twin flame. This isn't me saying like, no, it's not, because this said karmic. I think the way that this book and the way I usually interpret karmic relationships is just like a lesson, a relationship that's going to teach you something. And that is like past life, where like there's karma to work out. Like I don't necessarily see it as like a title for a relationship that's not a soulmate or something. I just want to say that because I know that word can be triggering sometimes for people. But yeah, that are from long times past that will take you further on your journey of love. So there's things to be learned here. And that, I think, because you know how this was talking about the crackle on the telephone line, not the clearest reception. I think that's where that confusion is coming from, where it's like you have this sense of like, I'm supposed to be in this relationship, like most likely to learn a lesson. It doesn't mean that you're not going to end up together, but like there is growth here. There is something here that's very beneficial on a soul level that may not make sense on a level that like people can see. Again, you seem a little out there, or maybe people feel that you're like, because with humanitarian vibes with Aquarius, I'm thinking like, oh, like giving somebody a chance that doesn't deserve it or something like that. But it's like you see it as like a soul expansion with Jupiter. Like Jupiter is the sort of intelligence that's not like mercurial, where it's like little details. It's like a big picture thing. It's being able to like cultivate compassion, I would say, with Aquarius energy being here for other people, like the people closest to you, and using, and your relationships are the vehicle that like your soul is using, or your spirit guides are using to help you like gain this knowledge right now. So it could, you know, it could be something where you're like having problems with people, but it's almost like the issues you're having are growing you in a way that maybe like other people, like your family and friends who genuinely care about you, maybe are saying like, ooh, this isn't good for you. But maybe, you know, I think this is about overcoming kind of other people's opinions and being able to stay true to your own knowing and what you feel you have to do. And just as if you feel like compelled to stay in this connection for whatever reason at the time that you maybe isn't right, you will know that as well. And you'll feel that as well. And you can take comfort in that. Now let's look at into the choice quick and see what this says. There is a choice that you need to make. You are aware of it already, or it is coming to your awareness very soon. Embrace the unknown and say yes. You have the opportunity to enrich your world, to receive, and therefore be able to share much more. If anxiety or fear arises, guilt or shame, treat it as the cleansing of your emotional waters, as they receive so much more inflow from the divine ocean. Let the old layers rise to the surface of your awareness to be washed away. What seems to be so much in the context of your own emotional waters is not so much at all when compared to what the great ocean is capable of holding. So let the divine ocean take the old, washing it away from you and replenishing you with the new, that you may serve life all the better. This oracle brings you guidance. I love this. Is like one of my favorite lines from this book. It is safe to choose now. There is no wrong choice, just a choice that resonates with your heart. If it is challenging you, so let me just read that again. There is no wrong choice, just a choice that resonates with your heart. So even if that doesn't mean like, oh, if you make this choice, yes, that means you're gonna like skip off into the sunset and have a happy ending, like obviously, but it's like, it's where your soul wants to go right now for whatever reason, that you'll probably understand, like maybe not tomorrow, especially if it doesn't work out, say in 6 months and you're bitter about it for a while, but maybe like 5 years after that, when you like look back on where you are then, you can be like, oh, I could see how this all kind of like led me here and what I learned from this person, kind of like that. So there is no wrong choice. Just remember, just a choice that resonates with your heart. If it is challenging you, all right, that card or whatever going by. If it is challenging you, that is an opportunity for you to let the divine cleanse and lift you into the vibration where you feel at peace with your choice, where you can accept the grace it will bring to you. Do this now. It's your time to step up, make your life easier on yourself, and open to love in a more trusting way. Come now, the divine is calling you to play. I feel like what Spirit is saying is like, don't be so serious. Don't like think this is like a life or death decision. Like, oh my God, if I make the wrong call, like I'm going to be doomed in love forever or something like that. I feel like Spirit's kind of like, you know, chill, like go with your heart, like see where it takes you. Like it doesn't have to be so serious. Like follow your inner guidance system, your inner like navigation system, and just kind of go in that direction. I'm sort of getting like, even with this Aquarius energy, it's like go with the flow, like, you know, like the water bearer kind of a thing. And even like that whole water bearer symbol that is for Aquarius is making me think again of that cleansing of the emotional waters that this choice was talking about. Because maybe it's like, yeah, the choice could be easy. I want to go with my heart, but I'm scared. Or even if you just have already decided to go with, maybe you've already made this choice, for example, and now you're dealing with some sort of like repercussions, whether it's your own fears coming up, or if this is you're dealing with another person, their fears manifesting and sort of causing some, there's like consequences of your fears, either you or your partners or both coming up now. And that's, I think, making you question if you've made the right choice. So even if you haven't made the choice yet, or if you have, like, it could be either one. I feel like there could be consequences coming up. Whereas if you decide to say move forward in a relationship with somebody, like, your fears could both be coming out, manifesting in different ways or the same ways, where like you're lashing out, you're not trusting the connection, you're not trusting your knowing, and maybe there's like some behaviors being exhibited by like that by this person that your family and friends are a little wary of, a little questioning of, oh, why is this person doing that? Though if they really cared, like, they wouldn't do that. But again, doesn't mean that you are necessarily going to end up with this person, but maybe this is a way for you both to kind of like face your fears together and grow. Maybe this is a way for you to face your fear of like being alone. If you realize it isn't what you want, like, give yourself the freedom to find out, you know? Like, give yourself the freedom to find out. Just because nobody's perfect, everybody makes mistakes. Obviously, you know what's like a acceptable mistake for you and what is unacceptable behavior, you know, and you are the one that has to kind of like decide that. Maybe that's what this is about. This is about you just sort of being able to kind of fine tune that process for yourself, where you're like, okay, like, maybe I let this slide in the past, but it's like not okay with me anymore, or I really understand where this person is coming from and I want to give it a chance, and maybe just staying friends with them. Like, it could be anything, anyway. Or you guys like working through it together, having a lot of like honest conversations, and being able to move past any issues that you're having. So let's see what else your spirit guides want to bring through for Aries. But I feel like there's a lot about trying to like understand people, and whereas other people are maybe being a little bit more judgmental, again, coming from a place of care, I feel like this has to do a lot with other people as well. But like, whereas like a lot of it like is something like that people are seeing. I see the sun poking out here, so it's like, I just lost my train of thought. Wait, oh, that was like a good thought though. Okay, I'm sorry, like maybe it'll come to me. So we have gray, endings are inevitable. All right, so I feel like there is definitely a sense of a fear of endings, and I feel like that's what also spirit wants to draw to your attention to, is that like everything is going to end, whether it's the ending of your single life that could be causing you to feel fear of that, like entering this new phase. Maybe you've been single for a while, because it almost looks like there's like someone coming in. There's like a hat there where it's almost like, oh, is this somebody coming in? Or it could be that like, you know, you need to face your fear of being alone and like end a relationship that isn't like suitable for you. But let's see what else we have. That's too many. But surround yourself with love. How's that for a happily ever after? Oh, interesting. What does that say? Once upon a time. So yeah, again, it's not about like having a happily ever after. There was something about that. Okay, so give me one more for Aries. What does their spirit guides want to say to them? Just one more, please. Stars, you can manifest your every wish. So, and then this is also universe, we're all just stardust. That was kind of in reverse. So it's almost like I feel like you have some sort of like self-doubt, or just doubt that things could work out for you. Oh, I just saw take a chance on them. Oh my God, sorry. I just like flipped to that. That's so weird. I was like asking for a sign with an umbrella today, but it says take a chance on them with this umbrella. So I feel like that could be a message for somebody if they need to hear it. But, and then you can manifest your every wish. And I feel like spirit is wanting to draw your attention to the fact, your spirit guides, that you might be acting from a place of, see how there's someone here by themselves first, and then it's like two people here, where it's almost like, I think the ending would be like the ending of you being on your own and that sort of identity that you have. I feel like that's something that spirit wants to bring forth to you, that you might be afraid of having your wish come true, where it's almost like that meme or whatever it is where it's like, oh yeah, like finding the love of your life is good in theory until you realize like you have to like see them every night after work, like, you know, where it's like almost like when you're kind of like living your single life, if you know, like you come home, like, you know, you do your routine, take your shower after work or whatever you do, and like just like relax, put your show on, like hang out with your animals, or just like have a glass of wine, or whatever it is that you do, like you have peace and quiet, like, or you just like get ready and go out, no one's like checking on you, where you going, what time did you come home last night, like, you know, like you're not really accountable to anybody but yourself. And like while it can be lonely, there's like the good and the bad side of both. So it's like, I think spirit's wanting you to recognize like maybe you would have to give up a little bit of your freedom, but at the same time, like you would have that companionship, you would have somebody to like talk to, you would have somebody to spend time with and eat meals with and like cuddle up with and have fun times with, like, you know, things like that. So it's like you might have to give up a little bit of your freedom again. And like, yes, it's a good idea in theory, like, oh, having a girlfriend, having a boyfriend, whatever it is, but it's like, it's not just a label. Like you have to put the work in as well. Like you have to understand that like with that privilege comes responsibility. Like you, it's not just, oh, for fun. You might not be able to like flirt and play around with other people. Like you're, you know, it's going to be a change going from single to like attached to somebody. So that could be something. Or if, again, if it is the other way around where it's like you are like letting go of something, even though I kind of feel like it's the other way around here, but I'm just going to use that example just in case. But where it's like you're used to being with somebody, and then it's like, again, you have your freedom, you have more time to hang out with your friends, you know, you're kind of like, your schedule's a little bit more open because all your time isn't devoted to your significant other, or like a large majority of your free time isn't devoted to your significant other anymore. Catch up with your friends, make new friends, find new hobbies, make new activities, read new books. Like your life goes in a different direction. It's like you're like living your best life, working out. A lot of times, like after a breakup, I feel like people do that. Like you cut off your hair, you have a new look, you have like a new lease on life kind of a thing. So there's like good and bad for both being single and being attached. I feel like it's like sort of a question of that. Sorry, I gotta get these cards with these nails. It's very difficult. Let's see. Come on. Let's move that back. So let's see what we have. These cards I haven't really used in a while. What else does Aries need to hear or advice, or what else? Because maybe there's more than just about this relationship. So let's see if we can get anything else, or let your spirit guides just continue on with this. What do you got for me, spirit? Spirit guides for Aries. Oh, okay. Let's get that one, and let's get one more. What message does Aries most need to hear right now? All right, I don't know. Let's just get two. I just wanted to get two. So let's get one more. All right. So let's look at this side first. Am I consistently showing up? How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? So are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action. And this said, am I consistently showing up? So in this case, in this context, it's about, I guess, recognizing and also being willing to face your fears with action. This is, their action is in capitals. Today, be brave and do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of a hero, so that is who you will become. So this is saying, and remember that card, it came out and it said, what did it say? Well, this, even like this one, you can manifest your every wish, but it's like, what do I want most in the world? And I feel like the way that this person is looking over at the clouds, it looks like there's almost like a hat, like there's a person coming out. So or it could be a ship, but I don't know, to me it kind of looks like a hat. That was the first thing I thought, where it's almost like you're imagining like your dream person coming towards you. But it could be the kind of a thing where you like it as a fantasy, but when it starts to become actuality, you can manifest your every wish. I feel like you're realizing that that's true, because this kind of came out in reverse, and it's like scaring you that you might actually be manifesting something real, or that could happen one day. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion? This says, if your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. I feel like you could maybe feel unworthy of love or something like that. This is kind of highlighting that. So choose one self-care action to do today. Set boundaries, meditate, speak to yourself with compassion, focus on your strengths, say no to something that isn't a sole yes, say yes to something that you are afraid of. That's coming through twice. And even in this choice, it said say yes. This says say yes again. So that's 2 cards of say yes. So if you get some sort of opportunity or some sort of offer or some sort of, I guess, you know, there's some choice you have to make where it's like a yes or a no, like Spirit's being like, say yes. Say yes to something you're afraid of. Let go of what you cannot control. Stay far away from drama and negativity. Ask for help and allow it. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. So those are just some things, but I feel like the main thing that I'm getting from this is like to say yes and to realize like you allow yourself the chance to sort of try things out and live life for yourself. Like, because that's what I'm more so getting with the self-love, not necessarily like an insecurity thing, although that could be a thing obviously that you struggle with, of course, but I'm more so getting that it's okay to like, say your friend came to you and was like, oh, I really like this person, but I don't know, everyone's kind of giving me a hard time about it. And like your advice would be like, you know what, it's your life. Like, you know, do whatever you want. And if it doesn't work out, you know, I'll still be here to support you. Like give that same freedom to yourself, you know, and just support yourself. If you feel like other people won't like who you're with or whatever it is. Oh, what did I just see right before I started this reading? That wasn't it. Where is it? I ate a fortune cookie because I was hungry and oh, it's right here on the floor. But I thought it's so funny. Look at this. Enjoy life. It is better to be happy than wise. Like, so I feel like, again, there's that whole thing of like your emotion versus logic. Like, I feel like Spirit's saying like, follow your feelings at this point. So let's get some tarot cards. Like, what else do we need to know right now, Spirit? What else does Aries need to know right now? What's happening next for Aries? Like, next on the horizon for my Aries. We have, I'm going to do that. There's clearly some sort of love offer and some hesitation. Very clear right there. Okay. What else? What's happening next for Aries? The 6 of Cups. Again, I think Spirit's really wanting to come through to say, I feel like you have a good feeling about it. Again, with the 6 of Cups, it could be like past life. Doesn't have to be like a past person. Like this could be a new person, but it could just be that sort of sense of like familiarity. And that could be with that whole like knowing without knowing thing is like referring to as well, you know? Let's see. Or do I want to do this like that? Because I know like 6 of Cups could oftentimes be a past person, but it could just be somebody that you feel like the sense of innocence with, someone that makes you feel like a kid again, somebody that makes you feel young again, like, you know. And again, I feel like there is that, the 6 of Cups, a lot of times I think about these two, like that difference between you, where it's like one is just pocket. This is where I got this from. I can't, but I always think about it. Like this person is older, this person's younger, but this person's taller while this person is shorter. There's like differences, but they both bring something to the table, but there's something that, you know, technically could be like negative about each of them. Like there's some sort of, I don't know what the word is, like discrepancy or whatever. Again, there's this sense of like Queen of Pentacles, like this sense of self-worth or something like that, where it's like, I feel like Spirit's saying like you deserve this, like you've put in the work, like you've been alone for a long time, and you know, even if something ends, well, we're gonna get into it, but I feel like, hold on, what's next? And then 9 of Pentacles, yeah, about the word. Look at this. Overall is the Sun and Judgment. And the Wheel of Fortune. This is like powerful energy with Judgment. I mean, Judgment is like such a powerful card. It's an awakening. It's and I feel like with the Sun card coming through, it's like an awakening. It's like long buried things from the past, like maybe because the way that I have the sun over top of it, where it's like, I feel like this has taken time with divine timing. I feel like you've spent a lot of time on your own, maybe like dealing with a lot of like past issues. There's been like some sort of reckoning within your soul where I feel that you've really put in the work and like gone deep into the darkest pits to finally like deal with a lot of your past issues maybe. And it's like you're being rewarded with like this happy time right now, like something that's very out in the, that makes you feel young again. Yeah, we have that childlike energy coming through again. So even though I know like sometimes the Nine of Pentacles is seen as like a single woman, I feel like Spirit is saying that what's coming up next for you is a chance for you to sort of like, I kind of want to clarify that, I'm not gonna lie, before I like really get going here. Let's use this. What is this Nine of Pentacles? Because I feel like something that you are scared of, like remember we were talking about your freedom being an issue. So I feel like whatever this relationship is, you're still going to have your freedom and independence. And I feel like Spirit wants you to know that. Okay. Oop. The Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups coming out for that. So I feel like this is going to be a very emotionally healthy relationship where you're gonna like, again, just have that sort of like emotional independence. I don't feel like this person is going to be too stifling. I feel like you're gonna feel very like happy to spend your time with them, where like you're even, wait, hold on, let me get one more. We have the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands. So the Nine of Cups again, like I feel like there's like that sense of independence and emotional independence and satisfaction. And I feel like the fact that you've like come to this place and done all this work, that's why you're able to sort of like enjoy this for yourself right now, if that makes sense. But we have this Knight of Cups, so there's definitely this love offer. There's this, and that's like the choice you have to make. Like that's like that choice card that we had here. And it's like, again, there's some sort of, the fact that we have a Knight and a Queen, maybe like I was saying, this person could be a little bit beneath you in some way, quote, quote, like we see that here again with the Six of Cups, where there's some sort of class difference, some sort of age difference, some sort of, they could be younger than you, they could be less financially secure than you. Like with the Knight of Cups, like it's not the Knight of Pentacles, it's like I'm offering my heart, but maybe like you're in a more financially secure place, so maybe that's what other people are saying, like, oh, get someone on your level or something. But it's like that Alicia Keys song, If I Ain't Got You, where it's like, you know, hand me the world on a silver platter, what good would it be without, you know, without someone who truly cares for me, or whatever. That I just butchered that, but with no one to share, okay, with no one who truly cares for me. Yeah, so it's like that though. Like it's like I feel like you're the type of person, like you're like, well, I don't really need somebody to come in and like buy me stuff, like I can do that on my own. Like I feel like you a very independent vibe from you, which I'm not surprised. You're an Aries here, and it's like, again, it's not like you want a bum here that's just gonna like, you know, not bring anything to the table and like try to take things from you. But it looks like they have things to offer you here. Let's see, who is this person coming in? Let's like get a little read on them. Let's describe them. Or you know what, let's use let me put this down here. I'm going to use these astrology cards that I have. Just like, who is this person? But I feel like if you are worried about your freedom or things like that, I feel like this is coming through to be like, don't worry. I feel like your instinct could be to run or something from this, but I feel like to be very careful. It looks like she has like an oven mitt on. I'm thinking like you don't want to like get burned. I feel like you're afraid of getting burned. So I feel like Spirit is saying like, you know, keep your independence, maintain your independence. You don't have to like give it all away right up front. You could accept a date. You could see how things go. You could, what was that, Fortune? Enjoy life. It's better to be happy than wise. Like everything doesn't have to always be like some smart logical decision. Look at this. Who is this person? We got Venus, love. They could be a Taurus or a Libra. Beauty, harmony, romance, charm, receiving, sensuality, luxury, wealth, diplomacy, magnetism, value, pleasure, adornment, adoration, attraction, indulgence, taste, and style. So I feel like even if this person isn't financially, like as financially set as you in some way, it's like whatever they do have, they're going to give to you. Like, does that make sense? Like, they're going to be very generous. And just remember, generosity has little to do with what a person actually has. Like a very generous person will give you like the shirt off their back and their left shoe, like if you're missing it, and they'll like hobble along. Like, I feel like And a very rich person could be very stingy. Like generosity, you don't need to have like be like a huge wealthy person in order to be generous of spirit. And I feel like this person, like, look, this is who they are. This is the only card that I really have. These two images, and in both of them, they're giving a cup. I feel like this person's going to be very emotionally open to you, especially with Venus coming through. And very romantic in a way. Who is this person? I just want to get one at a time. This is the third house and the sextile. Okay. But again, I do feel this says opportunity. So I do feel like there is some sort of opportunity coming in for you. But who is this person? We have the North Node. And again, Spirit is bringing forth this message. I don't know where I want to put these. I guess like up here like this. All right, Spirit is bringing forth this message of soul school, learning curve. Learning curve is making me think like what we were initially talking about. There could be some issues cropping up when you initially start. Your fears could be coming up. There's going to be a learning process or a learning curve. Fulfillment, purpose, maturing. Yeah, there might be, especially if they're younger than you, they may need to mature a little bit, but it's all part of the journey here. And 11th house, the edge again, that Aquarius energy. We have friendship, group, creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation in the future. I think this is more about what the relationship is going to be like. And I think Spirit's saying like experiment, like try something a little bit different, try something fun. And don't be so afraid of like every outcome and what people are going to necessarily think or say. So what? If you know, it's your life, it's your relationship. And if other people have like an issue with it, they can, you know, kind of sit down and go away. Like, and thank you so much for your concern. I'll definitely take that into account. Like, you know what I mean? You can thank people for their input, but at the end of the day, it's your choice. So what is like a possible like resolution of this? We have the Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups. Okay, and let's get one more. What is a possible resolution of this? The Fool. I feel like you have a chance of like a real happy beginning here. I think the memory of the past is going to have an influence here overall. But I think the fact that we have like, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Fool, we have the Three of Cups. This is a lot of like happy new beginning, fresh energy. So if you guys are worried about accepting an offer, I feel like again this is like a yes. These are all very positive, beautiful, sunshiny cards here. Blue skies. I see blue skies here, or sunny like yellow skies. I don't see like too many dark colors. I see a lot of like, you know, sunsets, like sunrise, whatever that is, like a lot of yellows, happiness. So I feel like this person is going to be a source of like happiness and sunshine in your life. You might be a little bit unwilling to sort of give up your freedom or part with your, you might be afraid almost that they're using you for money or something like that, or you might be afraid that they're a player, but you might just have an idealized version that sort of causes some issues when like the reality of a relationship sets in. That's another thing that I'm getting. So remember that like, you know, you're a person, they're a person, we're flawed. There's good and bad in both of us, me and you. Just always remember that. You might have a sort of idealized version of what a partner should be in your head, and they might sort of fall short of that, but just try to see them as they really are and give them a fair chance. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one, okay?